Michael Waghalter. Man, you are just creating the dream for every American boy, at least. You're
Some folks
making
do.
dreams come true
But
for American kids and grown-ups who are still kids and love baseball. Man, I can't imagine what made you think of this thing. You created this AmericansBallClub.com. That's where you go. And really, you're looking for people to help support to be owner of a professional baseball team. I mean, it's brilliant. So instead of wasting all my time on fantasy baseball and all this other kind of nonsense, I can have a real baseball team and make decisions and tell the owner who the hell should bat and what kind of hot dogs they should have and fire that damn manager and everything. God, where did this come from? Why did you think of this thing?
well, yeah, it's a couple of things. We really noticed. There were some similar attempts years ago for other sports in other countries, soccer primarily, in a few European countries that were successful. So that was sort of the seed of the idea. But really, when we're looking at kind of the past 10, 20 years, the growth of fantasy sports, in particular fantasy baseball, and the growth of like more advanced, more sophisticated statistical analysis of baseball in particular, sabermetrics, Moneyball, and coupled with that, the rise of these crowdfunding platforms, all three of those things sort of converged, and we were like, there's this great pool of baseball knowledge now at the fan level. Mm-hmm. People have moved from being casual fans to being real experts and Moneyball experts. And we're like, what if we could tap into that in a crowdsourcing kind of a platform, the same way that Wikipedia does and Amazon Studios does, to help run an actual team and make the team better. And at the same time, obviously giving fans this kind of fantasy experience, a real world fantasy experience, making their team come through. Being able to actually say, since the beginning,
real stuff with a real team, and for $40, man, you're an owner, right?
Exactly. And since really I'm sure you know, and a lot of your listeners know, since the beginning of invention of sports, fans have second guessed the coaching and decisions and stuff, and now there's a chance for them to actually have a say. So,
well, I mean, I guess it's the only one that I've ever heard of in the United States doing this. And you say the other ones in Europe, I mean, it was so long ago. That was before crowdfunding or anything. And actually, You're on Indiegogo now, raising money to make it. But you have the team. You're already set to go. I mean, there's no doubt this is going to happen. Just the people that you get enough owners, and it's going great guns already. And so it's going to happen. And the team, where's the team now? It's in Ohio?
The team is just outside of Cleveland, Ohio, in a town called Avon. It's sort of like a bedroom community of, suburb of Cleveland. And it's a great community, actually. They're really, I mean, it's really become like, I went to a few games and you see the kind of community, people are there with their families and they do a lot of promotions in the game for the kids, and it was really cool. It was really cool to see. And the baseball they played,
I don't know what it costs, but it can't cost. Theater tickets are like $100 a pop now. And so you don't want to do that with a family. And to go to a live baseball game, man, in your neighborhood or whatever, that's terrific. And now, but and I think even young people. I mean, this would be a great gift for a kid. Yes. Could you imagine getting a gift? Hey, here for your birthday, your graduation from high school. Hey, you're now an owner of a baseball team. So if the kid played baseball in high school, you can make him an owner for $40. What a graduation present. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or Christmas presents get up, to people like that. I mean, that's why I think, we all go to the mall and buy this crap, for everybody, and they'll never use. But boy, a sports fan would love this thing.
Absolutely, it's the perfect gift. And for like Father's Day was just last weekend, and it's a great gift for Dad too. It's And
definitely. You say if there's a bad season, you're involved in firing that damn manager, aren't you?
That is true. Yes. Ironically, that was actually the team's idea. Like that wasn't even one that I thought they would never go for it. And they're like, hey, the owner was like, hey, what if we, and the team has actually never finished with a losing record because they've only been around 6 years, but they've had a pretty good run. including they won the league title in their first season, actually, in existence. But I will say this, though, this season they are struggling.
Well, you got a chance to fire somebody then.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a selling point. That's a selling point. That's not bad. That's good. Yeah. But all the things, I mean, the batting lineup, what other decisions that you really get involved in?
Yeah, so it's really the starting lineup / batting order for every game, and then beyond that we'll have mid-season we're allowing the fans to help reset the pitching rotation.
Oh,
so like after the All-Star game
yeah.
that they have, and then there'll be other kind of fun. You mentioned a couple of them, like what kind of hot dogs should we serve, or what should be the featured item on the menu, or what kind of beer should be the featured beer, or they actually just did this promotion that was a dime beer night, like 10-cent beer night.
Wow.
So that could be kind of a fun thing. We could vote on like which beer is the the 10-cent beer, and then what am I forgetting? There's another decision. So we mentioned the manager. And that's basically those are basically the decisions. There'll be a few other things that come up as well.
Well, but I think what's great now in the Indiegogo campaign, you have options there that I can get my kid to be the bat boy, or I could throw out the first pitch at the ball game or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also include in those and as a standalone option too to get your own custom Lake Erie Crushers jersey with your name on the back.
Oh,
and all fun stuff like that.
Oh, that's a wonderful. Well, I mean, it's all that stuff. I mean, to make fantasy reality. I mean, we live in fantasy world so many times, and it's silly because reality is more fun. And so instead of wasting all my time on fantasy, I can have real fun and learn about real life experiences instead of watching these shows on television that are really made up reality, that you could be involved in real reality and in a sport that you love so much. I mean, there's nothing better, and it's nice of you to do this for the rest of us because I know everybody's dying to be a manager. They can do it better than the guy running the place. So you're giving an opportunity to lifetime. And that's AmericanBallClub.com. And
America's Ball Club.
America's, so that's plural.
So AmericanBallClub.com will actually redirect to America's Ball Club.
Okay, you got them both.
That's correct too. Yeah,
so for dumb guys like me who screw it up, you cover me, right? AmericasBallClub.com, and you still got another week or so whenever you see this, maybe, I hope. So get there fast. At least watch the video. Man, the video on Indiegogo is a wonderfly produced video. Oh, you're from Hollywood. So that's right. You know all about that stuff.
Well, my best friend is actually a director who made that for me. So he goes to him.
Oh, no, it's a delight to watch. It's inspiring alone. Well, thanks for keeping, baseball alive in our hearts and everything, and to enjoy the reality of baseball instead of the fantasy of baseball. No more fantasies. Reality's the key. AmericasBallClub.com. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right.